UFC fans, what's going on, man? If y'all don't know, we got UFC 306 going down this weekend. It's in, I want to say in Hollywood. Is that where they got the spear at? It's not Vegas. I think it's Hollywood. It's either Hollywood or Vegas where they got the big spear at. This will be the first UFC event inside the spear. I think it's gonna be a dope look. I'm pretty sure it'd be a great experience to be in there to be the first time for them to do that. I know they paid a hefty amount to make this happen, but we got a good card. We got a couple of title fights on the line, not money fights. A couple of title fights on there. A rematch that didn't happen because one of the fighters had to pull out. I want to say about 2 or 3 cards ago. So they're gonna get to run this fight back. I just want to go from the bottom and get my predictions on these 5 fights on the main card. I didn't really see much on the prelims. The early prelims is Raul Rojas Jr. He's the youngest UFC fighter. I think he only lost 1 fight so far, but I'll definitely be tuning into his fight. I think he'll win that fight by knockout. I'm not sure who the young guy is he'll be fighting, but I think he'll win by knockout. Anyways, when it comes to this main card, we have Ronaldo Rodriguez 16-2 versus Adi Osborne 12-7. This is in the flyweight division. 12-7 in the UFC is crazy. When you almost about 500, your ass is near out the door. So they just throwing you in there as a welcome mat just to kick your ass. So I'm gonna go with Ronaldo Rodriguez to win this one. 12-7. That tells me he got maybe a weak chin or no defense when it comes to takedowns or whatever. So I'm gonna go with Rodriguez to win this one. Next fight on here, y'all gotta excuse me for some of these names on here. Daniel Zellhuber. This is lightweight division. He's 15-1 versus Esteban Ribovics 13-1. Honestly, I don't know neither one of these fighters. I don't think I've seen either one of them fight. They don't look too familiar, but I'm gonna go with both of them only got 1 loss. If I had to take a pick without seeing the odds on this fight, I'm gonna go with Daniel Zellhuber to win this fight. The third fight on the card is a rematch. Last time, Brandon Ortega had to pull out this fight. He got sick before the fight. Honestly, he had the flu or something like the day of the fight. He is 16-3. He will be taking on the young and hungry Diego Lopez, who is 26-6. He's on a nice win streak. If I'm not mistaken, he's won like 5 in a row. 5-fight win streak. I'm a big fan of Ortega, man, but I know as you start getting older in the UFC, when you start mentioning fights to sickness or having to pull out due to injuries, that's starting to tell me that you're getting close to that time of the end of your career as an MMA fighter. So my heart is telling me to go with Brian Ortega to win this one, but I believe Diego Lopez will walk away victorious. I just think that he's been more active, and I think that's what it's gonna come down to. But fuck it, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna stick with my original pick. I'm gonna go with Ortega to pull it off, man. If he wins this fight, it has to be by submission. I can't see him going all 3 rounds with Lopez because this young dude is he look hungry. He looked pretty big for the featherweight division. So I'm gonna stick with my boy Ortega. I'm gonna rock with Ortega. Co-main event, we have the women's flyweight belt on the line. This is a trilogy match. Alexia Gracio 16-3-1 versus Valentina Shevchenko 23-4-1. That one draw was between those two. The second fight went to a draw. The first fight, Gracio was able to choke out Shevchenko, and I want to say in the later rounds. Both look good, man. Like I said, even this last fight that was a draw, it was pretty much a toss-up. It was pretty much dead even. That's why it was a draw. But oh man, I'm gonna go with Gracio to win this one. I just think that she got Shevchenko number. Even though it was a draw the last fight, she did her thing in that draw match. But that first fight, I think if she can take Shevchenko down, she can choke her out again. So I'm gonna rock with Gracio to win this fight. Main event of the evening will be Sean O'Malley defending his bantamweight title, 18-1 versus Merab Devashvili or something like that. He's 17-4. Now with this fight right here, man, I know they building Sean O'Malley up to be one of the next big things in the UFC. He's got the style, um, the the knockout, the highlights, and everything like that. But when it comes to this game, some of these dudes don't give a fuck about that. They're not worried about the fame and stuff. They want to be a champion, and I believe Merab is deserving of that. But I also believe that his bag is deeper. He can strike, but more importantly, he can dominate on the ground. I think that's Sean O'Malley's weakness. If they get him down to the ground, he gets frustrated, and if Merab's smart, he's just gonna lay on him all night and just ground and pound him. I haven't seen Sean O'Malley hasn't been choked out or not completely out or anything like that because he only got one loss and it was off of an injury. But honestly, I'm gonna go with Merab. I think he's the underdog this fight. I think like plus 120. I'm gonna go with Merab to win just because I believe that he's gonna try to take O'Malley down. He just got one of the top ground guys. He took him down about 6 or 7 times. So I can only imagine what he's going to do to O'Malley with. O'Malley being tall and lanky, I think he's going to pick him up a couple of times. I'm going to go with at least 5 or 6 takedowns. And if he's able to do that, he will win this fight easily. It'll be quite a boring fight if it goes to the ground. But if they stand up, I believe Sean O'Malley can keep his distance and get a late knockout. But as far as now for my official picks, I'm going with Merab to up Sean O'Malley and win the bantamweight title. So my final picks for the UFC 306 card, I got Ronaldo Rodriguez, Daniel Zellhuber, Brian Ortega, Alexia Gracio, and Merab to win the bantamweight title. Those are my final picks. Make sure y'all tune in Saturday night. It should be a fire card, knockouts, submissions, just a very entertaining card. So make sure y'all tap in, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the Meet You from the Midwest podcast for your latest UFC and MMA